I'm probably going to take a while. I'm not going to take 20 minutes. I'm probably going to take a while.
It's not my fault. 20 minutes. I skip questions as well. If I'd have done every single question, I would have been like 30.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to barrel through them.
Okay, so my name is Joseph Mitchell, and this is my recording from my focus group. So I'm going to discuss idea 1. So my first idea is for me to create what's called a YTP, or a YouTube poop. I'm not sure what it is I'm going to be pooping or editing, but I intend to, well, what people always do is they take a recording of a film or a TV series or a cartoon, and they poop it in the sense that they distort it, they change the visuals and the narrative, and they manipulate the sounds so it adds the elements of humour and vulgarity to it. So that is my first idea. My second idea is for me to create a documentary. A documentary, I believe it's going to be either a podcast or a film at this stage. I think it will be a lot. At the moment, in terms of my idea generation, I think idea 2 is going to be based on something that is political. I think I want to have it politically orientated, on a political subject. And my third idea is a trailer or a sort of a promotion of a book idea that I've got. So, sort of an autobiographical novel. It's a manuscript at this stage. I wrote it a few years ago, but I thought I've got a front cover for it, and I thought that would be a good idea to use as a trailer for a book. So those are my 3 ideas. So from what you've heard, what do you think is the best idea?
Well, I think that, let's say, the first one, the first one was a, what was it, the wheat? I know what it was.
YTP.
Yeah, that's one. Those ones, well, I know personally I like them.
It's got lots of potential.
That got a lot of potential. People will watch that.
Yes.
No matter
It's got a very
how
strong target audience.
good they feel they are, they'll watch it. People like the story and stuff.
Yes.
Although some of them are so good that you kind of watch the original film again
Yes.
without thinking about, let's say, some character distorted saying they want to F someone. You know what I mean? That's what they do in those videos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you just look, if you type in The Incredibles, a film like we just before, you will get up.
The Unincredibles.
The Unincredibles, which is like some YouTube poop. You know what I mean? It's like some mashup. They can be very offensive. Like.
Yeah, everything's
like
off
for
the
example,
table.
I saw one, and it's like the Incredibles one, and it's like the building's burning down, and Lois Griffin from the Family Guy shows up and says 9/11. It's not. You really need to be careful about what you do. But hell, if you get enough likes, you'll be immune to anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, do which one you think is unique and make stand out. I don't like this face distortion, like this, dubstep and all that. Which, I don't like that. Let's do something that's unique, like a. Let's face it. What's the film? Ground Force Down.
Yeah.
The one with Hitler's speech. They've YouTube it.
Downfall.
Yeah.
What a great film.
And that scene where he's having a rant or when he's on the phone, they've always changed the subtitles. To say like
such a simple change, but it is quite
he's like
good.
cussing at these it's like an old hag on the phone, you know what I mean, like something like that, and just I don't know, choose one you think is best. I mean the book one, I guess could be alright.
Michael Rosen is very popular as well. SpongeBob SquarePants.
What do you guys?
Something to.
I think I like the first idea. I think it's good for your developing your editing skills. But I think for like an academic setting, it wouldn't really be like appropriate.
Yeah. Plus, if you put.
I think your first or second idea are both really good. I like the idea of the book. You could, I don't know how completed the book is.
No.
I'm not sure if you'll be able to like publish it for this project. I doubt it. But still, you could go with that. But I think the second idea, the political trailer, is something that's interesting. It's something that shows that it's not one of the ideas that's been proposed. It is something different, and I think people will appreciate that.
I mean,
Yeah, I think from like the three ideas, the first one and the third one are really good. The first one is, it's got obviously a lot of potential. It's got a lot of room to be something quite big, but as Joshua said, academic reasoning, it's a bit of it's more of like you do it as a hobby or side project. You wouldn't do it as like your main thing.
Yeah, and anonymously. You don't
Yeah,
ever
and
push your
and
real name.
anonymously. And the third idea, it's good, but I feel like for kind of like how the time span you've got writing a book, unless you really know what you're writing about, and you kind of can get onto like the sort of a writer's train of thought and just go on and on and on for like multiple days and get it all done. It's not the best thing to try and do because you won't finish it in time. But the second idea, it's sound, it's doable, and it fits sort of the criteria you should be doing for the media project.
What I feel you should do is like the third idea, but alter it a bit. Do like a short trailer, a really good one, or like short little brief or something, of a book that hasn't been filmarized. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Like
Yeah.
just look at,
No film
There's no film of
yeah,
it.
film adaptation. That's it. Because if you think about Stephen King films, some of it like The Shining, that's a Stephen King book. The film is more famous than the book.
But the book came first.
Even though the book came first, years before. It's like Jurassic Park. Everyone knows the book, the film.
Yeah.
Hardly anyone's reading the book. Maybe because Disney's too pathetic to put any form of gore in their films anymore. And
Unless you poop it.
yeah, exactly.
Till the Black Widow
But
movie
if you-
comes out.
Oh god, yeah. If they do, they're going to ruin it. Look at they've ruined Star Wars. They're off a run. Yeah. But if you read the book is starkly different from in terms of graphicness. Like I read the book, Jurassic Park book. Everyone dies. The old man dies. He gets eaten by the tiny little creatures. The lawyer from the toilet, he turns into like some bad shades to fight off raptors. I mean, what the hell? Anyway, what I'm saying is, do a film like your own film adaptation of a book that's like big, but it's never been done by film. So just do something unique, stand out. It would save you time from writing your own book. You see what I mean? Do you agree with that?
Yeah,
Save you a lot more time.
The book is still like the concept, but
Yeah.
it's like the advertising point. So you don't need the actual product, but it's the process of making like the advertisement for the actual product itself.
You could even go ahead and contact the author of the book if it's like a book that's been published like locally or by a small author. You could literally go and do it. It could be a live client brief. You could do it for a live client.
But then it wouldn't be really a live client brief because, no offense, Joe, but you're not exactly Steven Spielberg. You know what I mean?
No, but they might like if they're an independent publisher, if they don't like.
No, what I mean is, when
Yeah.
it says live brief, they expect you to be actually producing a film for it. You see
For
what I mean?
them, their
for them.
idea.
Yeah.
That's what
But
I'm saying.
they don't have to use.
More say
But I mean,
continental
but I mean-
permission, really.
But I mean a
Yeah.
trailer for the book, not a trailer for like an adaptation of the book. Just
No.
a trailer for the book itself,
Yes,
which has
okay.
already been made.
And at this stage, it's my work, and it's actually in manuscript, which is.
Oh, is it? Oh, have you already written it then?
Yeah, I have written.
Oh, okay, then yeah, then I think that's the best idea, definitely.
Okay, you think it's right. So my first question is: do you think that I have considered the correct target audience for each of the ideas? So for the first one, I've got quite a young audience, sort of 16 to sort of 21.
Basically, anyone with any,
My second idea is sort of 25 to 35, and my third idea is actually 25 to 50.
Yeah, I think the first idea, the target audience is on point with that. Sort of like anyone sort of our current age and a little bit older. They like sort of the stupider stuff. They're not young. They're not too young where Fortnite's the only thing they like. They're like sort of old enough to understand that.
Yeah, understand the
this
jokes.
Sort of they've been alive long enough for all the jokes that would be in it, because a lot of the jokes would be inside jokes to this generation, so they'll understand it, but they're not old enough to be like, well, that's just stupid now, isn't it? But
Yeah.
I think that's good target audience. The second one, yeah, I'd say it's the right sort of range you want to be at. You don't want to be really young, but you don't want to go like really old, because it's kind of a in-between mix.
Plus, old people, no offence, but like my grandparents are quite old. They don't really know how to use technology, so they won't be able to see the trailer on the web.
Yeah.
I'm saying like, do something that's on the platform you're on that the generation uses. You
Yeah.
see what I mean? Because like the older generation, they hate iPads. They hate laptops. It's like because they're not used to it. They wouldn't imagine stuff like that when they were kids. So I don't know, just do something to fit the platform.
Yeah.
So you all think that the target audience I've selected for each of the ideas are appropriate?
They're good,
Yeah.
yeah. I think maybe slightly younger for the first idea, and maybe slightly younger again for the book idea. I think a lot of young people read now.
Yes.
So, but yeah, you could have that. You could have that as like maybe a radio advert, because more old people are more likely to listen to the radio. But yeah, but you could
Put it on radio
or
too or
you could still create the trailer and then just put the audio as a radio thing. You could still create like a visual trailer, put it online, and then have the radio just play the audio from that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Radio. So, number 3, would you think that any of the ideas need to be improved as they stand?
I think they're alright. I mean, just plan and execution, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I think from what your ideas are, they all have their own place and they're all different and unique, and they would work as what they are. I think the first idea is the only one that you could possibly sort of think more on. The idea is good, but you just need to kind of think of what's happening with it. You don't want to make it too offensive, but at the same time you still want to keep it kind of funny.
Yeah, because the fact is people are going to know who've done it. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
it's...
If it was, like I said, if it's anonymous, like some made up YouTube account, and you're doing it regularly, you don't care. You put as much stuff as you want, because
Yeah.
YouTube won't involve with that. You know what I mean? Unless it's like a politically agendaed. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Even then.
Yeah.
Yeah, most times.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't have any problems with any of them. I think again the first one would be better off as like a side project, not as a piece of graded work. But aside from that, I think they're all good ideas. I think they're all very well thought out.
What political group would it be on? Whatever.
Well, I would think, current events.
No,
Yeah.
what country, I mean?
Oh, possibly European events, European issues, and this country's politics.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, the fact is
Brexit.
that.
Yes.
The fact is with that though, I'm not making a joke here, but it would be very long because this European country lists have a lot of problems. So it'd be too big to.
But the fact that
Going to.
it will drag on for years, possibly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's trending in the media all the time.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what you think about that.
I feel you should focus mainly on the ones you enjoy doing.
Okay.
And I personally feel that you'd be better doing, the final one.
Okay.
Or first one if you really want, but preferably the final one, not the second one, because I think the second one will be, it won't be interesting. I can't stand the government with that old wire faces in power, and
Queen.
No, not her. The one in Downing Street.
I know, the Prime Minister.
Yeah, the old one. But see what I mean? It's like, do something that's relevant and doesn't actually, people want to watch it. You know what I mean? Because, let's just say the news is depressing. You know what I mean? Some poor girl got stabbed. It's never, guy grows biggest potato in York. You know what I mean? It's like nothing uplifting. You know what I mean? It's like, do something that's going to be a positive impact on your target audience. So, yeah.
So, I think to conclude, you would rule out idea 1, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd say so,
Definitely.
yes.
And I do too.
No, I think both those ideas are very good. I think they're both very, very well thought out and
Okay,
kind of
what's your
different.
political party?
It's my political
I'm
party.
joking, don't.
So, my question really is to conclude, which idea do you think is the best? 2 I should pursue if you were me. 3.
Yeah, I think 3.
I think 3
Yeah.
is the best and sort of most...
Well, the vote
the one you can get the most out of.
For the book idea, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's the most unique one because
Yeah.
I'd much prefer watching.
Yeah, they're all good ideas, but just for FMP standards
Yeah.
and kind of what you need to produce in the amount of time you've got, the third one is probably the most realistic to get the best quality and sort of,
Yeah, because you think the
structure
first
of-
one is a bit risky in terms of content. Hell, even the second one is because because Haley marks her work. We're not going to get that. I'm saying the external examiner comes in, and if you put your saying people are so sensitive about beliefs, aren't they? I'm just saying, do something like if an external examiner comes in and sees the first one's YouTube poop, they could find that offensive. You know what I mean? And comment on it. Or even the second one, if you say something about a political party that they are supportive of, but you don't like, they could potentially even mark them. Just saying.
Yeah.
Potentially they could mark your work down
Yeah.
out of spite. Because let's face it, religion and politics causes wars. Isn't it? Well, you know what I'm saying? Instead of getting a philosophical argument, you know, it's just like do something that's risk-free in terms of offending or upsetting people, even if you don't intend to do that. You know.
If you are going to be opinionated, I think just keep it in the media sphere.
Neutral.
So don't. Well, yeah, we'll just keep it with media. So keep your opinions on movies, your opinions on books. Don't like expand it outwards too much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, like like you said, movies and books.
Yeah.
Keep it opinionated, and do stuff that your opinion on. But don't touch Captain Marvel because you'll be killed by feminists. Anyway, done. I think.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you.